But shoot, man, this is cool.
Dude, I'm happy to have you. You want to rock and roll or what?
Taking it all in.
As you should, dude.
Yes, sir.
Have you ever done a radio interview before?
Never.
Never.
So we'll see how this goes, man.
It'll go good. I promise you, man. I'm not gonna let you down. You ready to rock and roll?
Let's do it.
So, ladies and gentlemen, Mississippi Smile sounds like Texas. It's Sunday night, dude. I'm so glad to have you here. Mississippi Smile, real name Dylan DuPont. Is my memory correct? Are you from Tomball?
I am from Tomball. So I was born in Houston, lived in Pearland for a time I can't remember because I was like 2 years old or something. We moved to Montgomery, and then after Montgomery, we moved back to Pearland. And then just moved around a couple of times and ended up in Tomball. We've been here for 10 years now in Tomball.
Yeah, I initially met you by absolute surprise, and it was such a delight when I came across you. I was at the old honky tonk there in Magnolia, and you were playing on the main stage in the dance hall, opening up for Tyler Tillman. We just talked about that when you came off the elevator. And I mean it, but I'm so appreciative of Tyler for putting you on that show because was that last year?
I think that was last year. You know, these years kind of run together.
Sure, yeah. But you were one of my favorite surprises of last year.
Oh man, thank you.
When you got on stage that night, again, it was totally unexpected. I was blindsided by your performance because I had, so many other things going on. But when you were up there on stage, I immediately shifted my focus to you. I thought I was witnessing something pretty special, and I think the whole room kind of felt that way. And you commanded the stage, and it's cool to see that happen. I know you didn't come out of nowhere, right? Like I know you've probably been honing your craft for years at this point, but you came out of nowhere to me, and it was such a great treat. And for those who maybe aren't familiar with your music, I compared you to some of the greats, and I'll say it again. I don't know if you remember this, but when I met you, I was reminded of Robert Earl Keen. I was reminded of Towns. You were in here doing sound check a few minutes ago, and I was reminded of Colter Wall.
Oh man, that is cool, man.
Yeah.
Thank you. That really means a lot to hear since. I mean, Robert Earl Keen is like one of my favorite songwriters ever. Him and Verlin and Guy Clark are just that poetry.
Yeah,
it's really poetry in song form, and it's so cool. So, man, thank you for that. That's cool.
You're quite welcome. I want to say thank you again for coming in today, and I wanted to introduce you to the audience here on the radio station. You're a hometown guy. You grew up right here in Bull Country, and again, I was just blown away by your performance, and I've been wanting to do this for several months, and I'm glad that we finally got you in here. So I want to talk about, you told me a story because you have one of the best smiles in Texas. Like you could probably make a full-time living just off of smiling for photos. But you told me a story when we were at Henry's about how you came up with that name, how you were given that name.
Yes, sir.
Would you
yes,
share
sir.
that with the audience?
So it was about, I was about 13 at the time, I believe. And I used to go to this open mic in Tomball, Empty Glass. Open mic I now host, so that kind of went full circle, which is pretty cool. I mean, that's such a cool place. I actually found my sound there, so to speak. I was just walking, and first time we ever went to that open mic, I hear them playing Turnpike Troubadours. And at this point in life, I had no idea what kind of music I was into, what I was going to do. But something about that night, the Turnpike Troubadours playing, just this dude on a guitar and singing his heart out, and then just the cajon along with it. I was like, man, that's where it's at. That's where it's at right there. That's the heart and soul. But yeah, man, it was there that I met Chief. And I can't remember Chief's actual name. My dad knows Chief's actual name. But used to go to orthodontist in Mississippi for 10 years, 10 plus years to get some orthodontist work done. And that's just like, that's a whole nother story in itself. But I wrote a song about that trip. It's called The Long Way Home. And I played that at the Empty Glass. And Chief was there. He said, "You're Mississippi Smile." And I said, "Well, now it is."
Yeah.
That's my name now, man. But ended up seeing him at the Empty Glass a couple of weeks back, and that was super cool.
Yeah, man. I remember that. I thought that your story resonated with me because my memory isn't always correct, but I'm pretty sure I got this right. You told me that you were a young kid and you had some orthodontic work in Mississippi, and your family would have to travel back and forth from Mississippi, right?
Yes.
Did you even move to Mississippi?
We didn't move to Mississippi. So I grew up in Texas, born and raised all my life. It was just, we made that 8-hour drive down there.
That's what I remember you talking to me about, these family road trips for you to go to an orthodontist to get your smile worked on. And again, I don't know who this orthodontist is or if he's still in practice.
Oh, he's still in practice.
If they see your smile, this guy's got to be a multimillionaire.
Yeah, man.
He's got some good work, man. Maybe one of the best in the game.
He wants me to come back, too.
I bet he does. I bet he does.
I ain't going back again. I did my time down there.
Yeah, I hear you, man. But I thought that was so interesting. And basically because of your time and those road trips and then meeting Chief all these years later and telling that story, you picked up and are using the moniker Mississippi Smile. And I think it's totally fitting for you, again, because of this giant smile that you have. Man, I've never not seen you grinning ear to ear, bud. How do you maintain that? Why is life so good, man? Tell me the secret sauce.
I mean, it's just wake up, take it 1 second at a time, really.
Yeah.
Just 1 second at a time. Take in all the good things and focus on them.
I love that, man. Tell me, again, we're here with Dylan DuPont, a.k.a. Mississippi Smile. I'm really looking forward to you performing here for us tonight. But before we get into it, when did you first realize that poetry and songwriting were going to be something that you were into?
Oh, man, so I picked up the guitar when I was about 8 years old. And actually, I got my first guitar because of my first oral surgery.
Okay.
And so the guitar just really kind of pulled me in. And I mean, even when I was younger, my parents can attest to this. They never told me to practice. I would just pick up the guitar and play the guitar because it felt good. It felt good in my hands. So ever since I was 8 years old, the guitar was already like in my mind as something I wanted to do. As far as songwriting goes, man, when I started listening to Guy Clark, that's when I realized what songwriting could be in its purest form. And that's when I started taking it a little bit more seriously. Because, I mean, I've told this story. I don't know if you've heard this story or not, but again, it goes back to the Empty Glass. I swear, man, this place is just filled with memories of mine. Just an important place to me. And it all goes back to the Empty Glass. Another fellow I met there. His name is Benny Bryant. You probably know Benny. And he told me when I was about 13, 14, listen to Guy Clark, man. And being 13, I was like, all right, I'll listen to Guy Clark. It never did. But I tell you, I was watching that movie, The Rookie.
Yeah.
For like at least the 1,000th time. I mean, that movie's such a classic, dude. That movie's such a classic. But, man, I heard for the first time that song Stuff That Works playing in the background. And I was like, shoot, man, I should have listened to Benny years ago. Man, it's like one of the best songs I'd ever heard. And it's so simple. And what I like about that style of writing is he leaves holes for you to put yourself in it. And so something so simple can be something so powerful and relatable. And that's when I really started to want to get better at songwriting.
Right. Do you feel that it's hard to simplify it?
Shoot, man. I mean,
Is that the work of a songwriter?
I think if I had to say, man, my process is a little bit interesting in that respect.
How so?